Good evening. This is Patricia Shaw, the Women of Excellence Advocate, the Soul Ties Coach. I am so glad to be here tonight. I'm talking about hello, Latrice McNeil and Miss Missy 716. Thank you all for joining. I'm Patricia Shaw, the Women of Excellence Advocate, and I'm so glad to be here. God bless you, Pastor Tillman. Thank you all. I am Patricia Shaw, the Women of Excellence Advocate, the Soul Ties Coach, and today, good evening. I have not been on in about a week, and I have some followers that send me emails wanting to know when will I be having another scope. But I shared with them I like to scope on purpose. I'm just not someone who jumps on social media without a strategy, without a plan. And so tonight I wanted to talk to you about my book that is coming out October the 31st, the sequel to Soul Ties, Unchained. And I am at home. I'm sitting in my bedroom. I'm normally in my office, but I'm in my bedroom. And this book, When Death Comes, I tell you, getting such great reviews for Soul Ties, Unchained My Heart. And I know that this book, When Death Comes, is going to bless the masses because I have been under such a great attack since I started writing the book, from sickness in my body till I even had a back injury. And for those that know me, it is very, very unlikely and very rare that I get sick. And so I know it's an attack from the enemy. He did not want me to complete this book. And when I tell you, one day I was sitting home in my bedroom, and our room is so anointed. One day I sat and I wrote 10,000 words in one afternoon, and only God can give you that when he has mandate and anointing on my hands, and he does. And so Soul Ties is so important to me, and helping women to break free from past broken relationships. I can do it because I was in one before God sent me my husband. I was in a terrible relationship, had no business being in it, but I was in it, and that's beside the point. And God knew, and because nothing happens by coincidence, everything is ordained by God. And I always tell people the enemy has a plot for us while God has a plan for us. And the deeper we get in when we go outside of God's will, the deeper our plot gets. And so Satan had a plot for me, and it had gotten so deep. And so that's why I'm so able and freely to share and willing to share some of my story in Soul Ties, Unchain My Heart, because I want to help women. I have been there, but thanks be to God, I've been in a marriage now for 26 successful years. And so I help women. I teach women how to break free from what society terms toxic relationships, because that's the only term they could think of, but it's really a soul tie, an ungodly soul tie. And that's what I speak about. Thank you. That's what I teach about. And I had the honor, the pleasure of speaking with a group of women on Friday, the Push organization in California. And I tell you, it was just a blessing because they came after the session. They asked questions, and I thank God that the word tells us that he will give us the answer right then. And so I thank God. I'm just so excited for When Death Comes, because and I tell women, before God can send you Mr. Right, death has to come to your situation. Today I was speaking to a young lady, and she runs a business. She's actually an advertising coach. And so she was telling me that she's bitter from her divorce. And I was telling her unforgiveness and bitter blocks blessings. And so if you want God to send you what he has for you, the only way he is going to send you his blessing is when you open up your heart and your soul. Free yourself. And I say it all the time. When you free your soul, the rest of you will follow. See, a lot of people don't understand and they don't believe that we are three-part beings. We are body, soul, and spirit. Forget what Oprah says about body. She says body, mind, and spirit. No, we are spirit, soul, and body. Those are our three-part beings. And so in my book, When Death Comes, I talk about the three-part beings while I'm teaching a story about the woman, the character Teresa, who is in this ungodly relationship. And even after she gets married, she finds herself still going back to her ex-lover, even after she is married. And so many people don't understand that when the enemy has a hold on you, when you have ungodly relationships with men, and I see there's this picture going around on Facebook where the woman, her body is open, and all these different people, they show all these different connections, and it's so true. When you connect with the wrong person, because Satan does have a plot for us, and so he wants us to, ultimately, his job is to steal, kill, and destroy, but he will not be satisfied until he destroys us. He wants to destroy our self-worth. He wants to destroy our self-esteem. He wants to destroy everything that's good about us, our name, everything. And so a lot of times he does that with the person that we say we love. And I could go on, but tonight I just wanted to tell you that When Death Comes, the sequel to Soul Ties, Unchain My Heart, will be available. Thank you for joining. Will be available on October the 31st. And I am doing empowerment luncheon talking about soul ties. If you are in the Savannah, Georgia area, that luncheon will be held Saturday, October the 31st at the Johnny Harris Banquet Hall, and the seating is limited and the seats are going very quickly. So you can go to my website at womenofexcellence.biz. I am Patricia Shaw, the Women of Excellence advocate, soul ties coach. And so I wanted to jump on here tonight just to say, if you have any questions, because I get emails constantly on a daily basis. I do my best to try to respond to the emails, but if it's an email that I get quite often from other people, I actually answer that email via a blog post. And so lately people have been asking me very personal questions, and so I've been corresponding to them via email. So I thank you. I really do thank you. I don't take it for granted for you to get on tonight, because I do know that Empire or something, some show is coming on tonight. And so I thank you for taking time out to be here. I love relationships. And I often tell people, before your relationship can thrive, it first has to survive. And yes, I can help your relationship to thrive. My relationship has been thriving for the last 26 years. No, it has not been easy, but I promise you, as I say in my little ebook, The 5 C's of a Successful Relationship, I did have a coach. At that time, they were called mentors. I had 2 mentors who helped me along the road, and I talk about, I relate relationships to a roadmap. If you want to get to a destiny, then you have to have a roadmap. I don't know anybody who plans to take a long trip and have no idea the route that they're going to take. And so it's the same with marriages. You have to have a roadmap. And I always tell people, if the messenger if their message is not what you see in their life, then don't use the roadmap that they're offering. Praise God. You want to use the roadmap of someone who is successfully going where you want to go. So if you know that you want to go to Mississippi from Illinois, you know the route to take. But one thing about it, some road maps, they don't show all the bumps on the road. They don't show when this will be closed and when that street will be blocked. But when you have a good coach, and I'm a good coach, I'm a great coach that has a great road map. And one thing about my road map, I get directions from God. So I thank you. I really, really do thank you. I thank you for connecting with me on social media, womenofexcellence.biz on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and I certainly thank God for everyone who is reading my books, Soul Ties, Unchain My Heart, because there are so many women who, after a broken relationship, do not know how to move forward. And I have one word, and I do have a webinar, a free webinar that I will be hosting next Wednesday. You can go to my website and register for that webinar. It's free. And I give one word that was given to me. I used that one word, and I promise you, I never looked back. And so now, 26, almost 27 years later, that soul tie was destroyed from the root. And so it was all because I had a mentor who coached me. She gave me a plan. And in faith, I worked the plan that she gave me. And God sent me Mr. Right. And he has been Mr. Right for 26, going on 27 years. And I am certainly glad about it. So I thank you to those who are here today. I do know, as I said, there's another show on, and I dare not keep you from Empire or whatever the show is. I am going to get back to what God has called me to do, and that's write. I love writing. So thank you to all those who joined me. I'm Patricia Shaw, the Women of Excellence Advocate, the Soul Ties Coach. And you can find me on social media. I share my story. I'm very transparent. And one thing about it, I have a husband who knows and who understands, and he does not mind me sharing my story because it was part of my past. And it helped me to break free. And so now I'm on a mission to help other women break free. And those, I also want to help those to stay free. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you for being here. And for those who will watch the replay, if you find value in what I'm talking about, please share some love and bless me with some hearts. I certainly appreciate it. You all have a great night, and I hope to be back. I'm trying to get on every day. And like I said, I just don't like to jump on social media without a plan or a purpose. So I like to be led by God of what he wants me to share. So I thank you tonight, and you all enjoy the rest of your night. God bless you. I love you with the love of God. I really do mean it. And there is something you can do about it. You can love me back. Have a good night.